Good evening. Welcome to Candidly Krystal. I'm Krystal Pino.
And I'm Krystal Stark.
This is our weekly lifestyle and entertainment show where we get to forget about everything that happened during the work week, hang out, chat with each other, catch up on what's going on in our lives, what's going on in your lives, and we can't forget the most important part. We get to drink a lot of wine or whatever adult beverage.
Whatever you're drinking. You can drink water if you're feeling healthy and just want to play along. But this is wine. I'm very excited.
I think we should mention this is the last episode of 2020. Oh my God. I feel like that Paul Rudd meme where it's like, look at us just sitting here.
Sitting here with our wine.
Drinking some wine.
Getting ready to end 2020. It's the way to do it.
We have some amazing guests on our show tonight. We are going to welcome Olivia. She is the owner of Fit Tucson. So excited to bring her on the show to talk about New Year's resolutions and, of course, creating a great fitness plan for yourself.
That's important because you just started your yoga last
Day
week.
7.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you. How are you feeling?
Amazing. I used to have such bad back pain, I think from the epidurals, from having my kids, whatever it is, I was having issues. And ever since I started yoga, I've seen that pain decrease. I just feel better. I feel more energized. It's a great way to get my day started so far.
Oh, I'm loving that. And I'm loving to hear some more ideas from Miss Olivia from Fit Tucson. And we're also going to welcome Celeste Lupu and Joey Rogers, owners and operators of Dancing in the Streets, Arizona, which is a nonprofit dance company doing great things right here in Southern Arizona. But before we go any further, we need to do our wind down word of the day. This is what we wait for all day.
Everybody, I was about to say everybody on a Thursday. Today is a special edition New Year's show on a Wednesday.
It's our wind down Wednesday.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for that wind down word. So if you have a suggestion, we would love for you to put it in the comments. Oh, hey, Juan. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you from
Juan,
the City of Angels. He's watching on YouTube right now.
Yes, Juan.
If you are watching the replay of the broadcast, we just want to welcome you and we appreciate you joining in. You can still comment in whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Krystal and I, after the show, we go through and we try to get back to all of you. So yeah, if you have a wind down word perfect for this Wednesday, put it in the comments, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. What do you think it is? My daughter, Skylar, which she's probably going to comment, she goes, have you done cheerful yet? I don't think we have.
We have not. No, we have not done that. This is Juan calling you Mickey. Oh,
literally right before the countdown was over, I tweeted out. I was like, "Hey, candidlykrystal.com." So I'm sure it's a lot of
that was me too. I feel like both of us were like right at the beginning. Because I'm not good at that. Not good at multitasking. So, with the screens, with multiple screens, it's hard. I have 3 screens going on right now. And I think that, there should be no word for multitasking with technology. Here you go. Here's a cheerful for you.
I told you. She was waiting to throw that one in. Thanks, Sissy. If you got a wind down word, put it in. Ooh, I want to say positive or optimism. Because I think that's what people should bring into 2020 because so many crazy and bad things happened in 2021 because so many crazy things happened in 2020 that if you have the choice to leave behind the negative and take the positive, that's what you should do. So for me, it would be like positive.
The positive.
Yes, it would be that or optimism or prosperous. I know that's hard to throw in.
That's hard. Yeah, well, but I would like to throw that out there in the universe. Prosperous. I am ready. I am hoping for that $2,000 check to come on down the pipeline.
I was about to ask you, how are you going to spend that $600?
Well, first I'm going to get extra guac. Yes. When I go to Chipotle, they don't even have to ask. No, I just show them my check. Like, do you want extra guac? They see my stimulus check.
Do you think the stimulus likes guac? That's all I need to know.
Exactly.
Double meat too, as a matter of fact.
Just don't ask me nothing. Just look at my check and put it all on the burrito. Thank you.
We need that Chappelle. We need that Chappelle soundbite. I'm rich.
Yes, we for sure need that. Oh, is this all your people?
That's my sister. I love my sister. Hi, Jord. Hi, T. Well, are we talking little T or big T? Who's watching? Love my sister.
One of them. And they need to come up with our wind down word.
I know. I was about to say, Jordan, pick the wind down word. Throw something in the comments. Something you think we could say throughout the night easily.
My glass is too full. Please help. Please help. Because if we don't have a word, then I'm over here drinking my water out of my cup like that's not as fun.
No. I mean, we could say it's water, right?
It is water. That's my
I have to get to this next thing because who would have ever thought COVID-19 could create such a catchy song?
Oh, this is happening. Oh, okay, here we go.
Really can't stay.
Baby, there's COVID outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, there's COVID outside.
This quarantine
Just
has
think
been
how safe
so very long.
Please wash your hands and go call your mom.
My mother will start to
Beautiful,
worry.
we're in no
My
hurry.
father won't open the door.
That's because the case number's
so really we'd better scurry.
Beautiful, we're in no hurry.
Well, maybe we can go to the store.
Wear 2 masks and sanitize
I wish
more.
people would
but
think.
baby, it's bad out there.
Please refill my
no
drink.
sense to be had out there.
I wish it was
Your eyes are so glassy now.
over now.
Can we just get this vaccine somehow?
I often say no, no,
6
no,
feet
sir.
away, no closer.
Safety's more important than
Masks don't
pride.
have political sides.
I really can't stay.
Baby, don't stress out.
Babe, but there's COVID
outside.
I simply must
But
go.
baby, there's COVID outside.
Even with great
But
airflow.
baby, there's COVID outside.
You remember
We're all tired of staying
crowds
in.
were so warm.
Concerts and ball games were the norm.
Some say this is all fictitious.
Half maskers look suspicious.
Thermometers will be there at the
We
door.
better not go to the store.
Virus's effects are vicious.
Yes, it is very pernicious.
Dreaming of what life was before.
Deliveries don't even knock on the door.
simply must
but baby,
ask.
they'll sneeze out there.
Do you have an extra
You'll
mask?
need to wear 3 out there.
I really can't
When strangers try to touch
stand this
my hand,
quarantine.
It has done terrible things to
There's bound to be
me.
hope tomorrow.
Think of my lifelong
At
sorrow.
least there will be plenty who've tried.
If you caught the COVID and died,
really can't
but we're over that, go out. Babe, but there's COVID outside. There's COVID outside.
I just really want to go outside.
I know, babe. I know.
Hey, we really do just want to go outside, right?
I love that so much. Wow, who knew the vocals on Bill? What we all knew about Krystal Starr. Wait a minute.
I know. The real star, right? I've just been shielding him this whole time. He loves to sing and he sings often. He sings all the time. He has his karaoke playlist that he works on the way to work every day. And he has a 45-minute commute. So he gets a lot of singing in. And my vocalist friends were like, dang, Bill. Okay, Bill.
That was awesome. I love it. You guys did amazing. I had to play that. I know Christmas was last week, whatever, but I had to play that. I thought
But
it
there's
would be
still
perfect.
COVID outside.
Exactly. And we're still angry.
Yes, we are. Still hand sanitizing.
So you and I were laughing earlier this week. We're about to do the Kiki Corner, so make sure you stick around. But we were laughing this week. I shouldn't say you were laughing. I was laughing when you told me that your guinea pigs were fighting.
Oh my goodness. So we got a new guinea pig. He's younger. Like we have an established one, and he's probably, I don't know, close to a year. And then we got one that's maybe just a couple of months old. And we were like, yay, guinea pig friends. Because in the Netherlands or wherever, you have to own 2 guinea pigs. Like it's against the law to only own one because they're such a social animal. So we went to the store to get feed for our current pig, and we saw this little one. We're like, oh my gosh, we have to have him. So we bought him, took him home. We tried to introduce the pigs through separate cages for like a week. Like, hey, get to smell each other, know each other, look at each other before we put you together. They had playtime together and like a pen and stuff. So we're like, it's time. It's time to put them together in the same cage. This is going to be awesome.
Did it turn into this?
Those are my pigs.
I told you I was trying to laugh. And you probably don't think it's funny, but when you told me, I was like, oh, you put them in a cage to fight?
Yes.
The death fight? Choose your fighter. Oliver. Peter.
You have to say it still British though. Oliver.
Peter. If you are watching this from your cell phone, take a screenshot of this and then zoom in on their heads and you will see my amazing Photoshop work.
Your Photoshop work is very, very impressive because that's like actual footage of what they look like in their cage. So I'm not sure how you caught that footage.
Street Fighter.
That is what it is. I mean, but we're talking they're drawing blood. Like they're scraping each other with their nails and biting each other. And it looks like they're yawning. They're like, but it's like they're showing each other their teeth. Like, look at my teeth. Like I'm going to get you.
It's going to be you or me. They're telling each other it's going to be you.
Somebody. Yeah. It's going to be me.
Okay, we've been chatting so much. We haven't found a wind down word, Krystal.
We haven't. But we have.
We are losing quality drinking time.
Celebrate. I really like Celebrate.
Love Jackie.
And then Jordan said chocolate chip cookies with a wink.
Yes, I might go get
some. Wink. I like Celebrate because we're ready to celebrate the end of 2020 and celebrate the beginning of 2021 and the hope that is within. That's my vote.
I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah?
Celebrate is the wind down word of the day. So the next time we say it, starting now, and you hear this, you know that it's time for you to celebrate.
Celebrate. Oh, you said it.
And take a drink. Celebrate's the wind down word. Thank you, Jackie. I think Jackie's picked our wind down word a couple times.
She's on it. She picks good ones.
Now that we know what our word is, are you ready to have some tea inside the Kiki Corner?
I sure am. Let's go, girl.
I want to have a Kiki.
Lock the doors.
Tight. Let's have a Kiki.
Mother.
I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Turn. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to turn and turn. Honey.
Can I just say you fit New Year's to a T with your choice of outfit tonight? All the sparkles.
I'm trying to give as many sparkles as I can because all my gigs that I'm doing this week, I'm wearing black. And I guess I could be black sparkly, but this is my chance to be colorful and sparkly.
It was the sparkles for me.
Yes. Always for you. Only the best for you.
Oh, okay. So this first story, plays a very special place in my heart because this is my girl crush times like a million. Gal Gadot is literally perfect. I'm sorry if you said there is no perfect. Well, there's Gal Gadot.
There she is. There she go.
I'm seeing all these mixed reviews of the new Wonder Woman 1984. I'm seeing people who didn't like it. I'm seeing people who loved it. You actually went and saw it in theaters.
I did.
What did you think? Because I'm gonna go off your opinion.
Well, first of all, I didn't even know the theaters were open. So the theaters are open, everyone. In case you didn't know, you can go. And because I was like, wait, huh? And because my friend Dennis, the one he actually did the video editing on the COVID video, So thank you, Dennis. He was going, and I'm like, give me tickets. The theaters are very, very, very empty, right? So they only sell a certain number of tickets. So there's barely anybody there. So if you're thinking of going, get a matinee. It was pretty safe. So I saw the show, and I thought it was great. You know, there's a lot of storyline, but it was missing some fighting. I'm like, this is an action movie. Where's the action? There just wasn't quite enough. And like, old girl in this awesome gold outfit, she's in this outfit for 2 seconds in the movie. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but when I put on something like this, right? When I put this on, I'm gonna have to go to Walgreens after the show because people need to see this. When I am sparkly, people need to see it, and people needed to see some more of this golden, sparkly wonder in the film. And that's the part I was sad about. I'm like, this is her outfit. Give it a moment. Let her fight some more in it.
I need to see it.
You do. It was enjoyable for sure. And Kristen Wiig was great.
I love Kristen Wiig.
But the storyline itself was a little bit unbelievable. And
okay, I've heard that.
I think that's what's hard because the first one was so believable, right? I thought the first one was like, yeah, well, she comes, what is she, the daughter of Zeus? Right? And the woman, wherever she's from.
I just know she's a badass. With a truth-telling lasso. Every woman wants that in her life, whether it's for your husband or your kids.
Yep. Just lasso everybody up. Round them up. It's time. Yeah. So, but I thought it was more believable than she's on Themyscira with Zeus and her mom. Well, yeah. And so this time it's like, huh? But I still went and was like drooling.
I think that's it. Yes. Anytime she's on the screen. Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it was successful with its limited opening and watching it from HBO Max. So they've already started production for Wonder Woman 3, which I'm thrilled about. I'm just wondering how Marvel is going to compete. Not Marvel, how DC is going to compete with Marvel, because Marvel just continues to like knock it out of the park.
I know.
And then you have these ones coming from DC, Justice League and Wonder Woman 1984, and people are kind of like, you left me hanging a little bit.
Well, I mean, Wonder Woman is the best series that they have going right now.
Yes.
Out of all of them, like anything she's in, I will see, no matter how awful it is.
Me too. I'll watch it the whole time and be like, this is awful, but I can't take my eyes off of it.
Nope. She's just so pretty.
It's true.
Yeah. So that's how it goes. I mean, it was worth it. I would see it. And so speaking of New Year's, Diddy has canceled his annual New Year's Eve party. He posted, to all my friends, in efforts to keep everyone safe and healthy, unfortunately, we are not having a New Year's Eve party this year. I hope everyone had a blessed holiday, and I wish you all the best for the new year. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Did he end it with hashtag first world problems? Because literally every peasant waiting for that $600 check doesn't care that you're not having your New Year's party, did he?
Sorry. Yeah. That's like, I'm trying to pay my rent.
I'm going to rock myself to the store and cash this check. Okay.
Exactly. Sorry for you, Diddy.
This next story has a very special place in my heart because I was always called this growing up. Everybody used to call me Punky Brewster. They used to say I looked like her. Even now, people say I look like Soleil Moon Frye, who was the kid Punky Brewster. I get it all the time, so I love this. And I love
see that.
Yeah, see? I should. That's what I should do for Halloween one year, is dress up as Punky Brewster.
You should.
But obviously, you see, I'm talking about this. It makes me excited, but the news I'm about to give is not good news. She's actually ending her 22-year marriage to her husband, Jason Goldberg. They have 4 kids together. He's a Hollywood producer. She's an actress. Hopefully this doesn't get messy. You never want to see a couple split up, but I'm telling you, that's what this pandemic has brought out. The pandemic has forced you to stay close to your spouse, and you either take it or you end up turning into this. You turn into this with your spouse. Just saying. And maybe celebrate a little bit.
Oh, you got to celebrate.
Yeah.
Find the silver lining. All right. Well, there's some people celebrating because we have several Emmy, Oscar, and it was a
And I think
segue.
I missed it. I think you said it twice. So I got 2.
Right.
Continue.
Oscar and Tony winners are leading new shows, and The Hollywood Reporter previewed the most hotly anticipated shows in 2021. Several shows are reboots, like Bel-Air, which is a reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Mighty Ducks. Remember that?
Yes.
How many of them were there? I feel like there was like D2 and Ducks 3. Like I saw the first one and I was done. Dexter, which everyone loves, while others are based on beloved books, like Pachinko, or Fascinating People, like The Dropout, or The Life of a Well-Known Star. As in Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me, Jamie Foxx. That's coming out on
Jamie
Netflix.
Foxx's thing. Yes. Oh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. So really good things coming out. Some are actually original ideas. A new Tina Fey comedy called Girls 5 Eva, about a one-hit wonder girl group taking another shot at stardom. Oh, I hope they're like.
I think it's Girls
older.
5 Eva instead of 4 Eva, like Girls 5 Eva. Isn't that what that is? Is that what it is?
I
Girls
don't know.
5 Eva.
When you try to read people's license plates, and you're like, I just don't get it, right? I need to hear somebody else say it to know for sure. But are you excited for any of those shows?
I'm excited about the Tina Fey project because I love Tina Fey. I love her humor. I'm also excited about Bel-Air, but if you're going to do Bel-Air, you better have a catchy theme song like the original. And of course, the Jamie Foxx one on Netflix. I'm looking forward to a new comedy. But why not reboot? Can we get a reboot of In Living Color and bring all the Wayans back? Like,
yes,
I want that.
Yes. Yeah. Can we also bring J-Lo back? Can we bring all the Fly Girls back, but like now?
Yes, now.
Doing.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. I love that. So you got all the information that you needed to know for 2020. Can you believe it? Our last Kiki Corner of 2020. So I say we celebrate.
Celebrate! Yes!
We said it twice. And before we end the Kiki Corner and welcome our next guest, one more Kiki in 2020.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the door tight. Let's have a Kiki. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Let's have a Kiki.
Yeah, if you ever want to join us inside the Kiki Corner, send us an email. You see it right there, candidlykrystal@gmail.com. Now we want to welcome our first guest to the show. Perfect timing to welcome her to Candidly Krystal. Her name is Olivia. She is the owner of Fit Tucson. As you can see all the details there, you got to follow her on Instagram @Fit Tucson. Olivia, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are good. Are you celebrating the new year?
Oh, I am. I just want to make sure. Can you girls see me?
We see you amazing. You look great.
Where are you? It's like you're in some sultry, dark place. Where's that?
Oh, I'm in my boyfriend's home, and I couldn't figure out his lights, so his lights are red right now.
Oh, you set the mood. You set the mood for this segment
today. So yeah.
So Olivia, you are such a busy lady. We're so happy, first of all, to have you on the show. You are the owner of Fit Tucson. I want to know, first off, just right off the bat, how has it been owning a business right now in the middle of this crazy, unprecedented year?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I opened up back in November of last year. So it's officially going to be a year. Well, actually, it's going to be a year this month, officially being open. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. We started teaching classes back in January, and so everything was great. You know, everything was happening, and it was thriving, and everything was going as planned. And then boom, March happens, and it's just from like 0 to 100, but backwards. It just, you know,
and being creative. It's like 0 to 100. Be creative. Got your blindfold on and your arms behind your back. Go.
Yeah, no, seriously, we had to regroup. Literally, when this happened, it was from one day to the next. We had a meeting. We were like, okay, what are we going to do? Where are we going to take our classes? So we immediately started hosting classes at the park. We started at Reed Park, and then we moved our classes to UA Mall, And then from UA Mall, we slowly moved back into the studio. So that's what we did for a few months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great for you guys to pivot that quickly. And were there a lot of people that were attending these classes? Because everybody was cooped up at that time. So I would imagine they'd want to get out.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had classes. Most of the time they were really full. And then we had some days where it was just like we had like 2 people and we were like, okay, well, some people just aren't ready. And we would actually, we were getting a lot of messages where they were letting us know, hey, you know, we do want to support, but we're just not ready yet. We're just not ready to get out there. So I understand. I absolutely understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, definitely. So you offer all of these different types of classes and group fitness classes. So tell us what types of classes you offer and for what types of fitness levels.
Yeah, so we offer yoga, we offer bar, and we offer cardio sculpt. So bar is more for the person that wants to get in shape but isn't trying to do anything like HIIT, for example. Krystal, I know that you're starting yoga, and I think you're on like day, I think
7.
day 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a reason to celebrate.
Yes! That's a reason to celebrate. Bar is kind of like yoga because it's not high intensity. We're not doing HIIT. We're not doing anything that's crazy, but you also get your workout in. And we also do offer yoga for those yogis that love to, you know, get their morning flow on. And then also cardio sculpt for those who actually want to do HIIT, want something more intense, and they're wanting to sweat. Cardio is your class. So there's different levels, but of course, every class has its modifications.
Yeah. You know what? I think about us almost going into 2021. People tend to make these New Year's resolutions, want these healthy lifestyles. And I know sometimes we see jokes about it on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, my gym was so packed today, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, we should all celebrate that people are trying to be more healthy. People are instead really encourage them. So I bring this up because for you, as a small business owner who has a gym, a fitness center here in Tucson, what do you have to say to both sides? What do you have to say to the hardcore dedicated people who are going to be in the gym every day, and then to the people really starting this new journey in 2021?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for those who are, you know, hardcore into working out, I'm all for that. But of course, I'm all for those who are barely starting, those who are beginning, those who are, you know, the pros. I would say everyone has their level. So for those who are getting back in, more power to you. For the beginners, I definitely would recommend you starting something at home. You know, it doesn't always have to be at the studio. It doesn't, like I tell my clients, if you guys feel more comfortable at home, do it at home. It's all about you feeling comfortable what you're doing at the end of the day. But for those, for example, I have clients that are like, what can we do from home but still, you know, support fit? Yeah. So Thursdays, we have live classes. We have live bar class at 9:30. And so we're starting to do live IG classes. But for those who are trying to get back in and are at the gym, do it. You know, at the end of the day, no, there's no judgment zone here. Whatever feels safe for you at the end of the day is what's best.
And when somebody is trying, I'm sorry, Krystal, when someone's trying to plan, you know, this resolution, this fitness plan, and they come to you, how can Fit Tucson make sure they stay accountable and not give up after week 3 or week 4, which a lot, I know I've done it. I have, trust me, there's been a new year where I'm like, new year, new me. And then I'm on the couch 3 weeks later, like after these bonbons and chips and salsa.
Yeah, no, that's honestly, so Krystal, that's a really great question because the whole purpose of me creating Fit is not, I was that girl. I was that girl that was, you know, going to bar 3 and just being like, I don't, you know, okay, I'll go once a week and then I'll drop it and then I won't go. But I'm all about creating that relationship with a person, creating that bond more than anything. I'm all about women empowerment. So creating that comfort zone, that comfort community first, more than anything, creating friendships. That way we hold each other accountable more than anything. And just not to have like a little sales pitch here, but we are providing right now an offer that's crazy good right now. That's a reason to celebrate.
Oh, it's
Yeah, literally, you can buy 10 classes for the price of 5 right now. It's crazy. It's so crazy right now. So it's $60 for 10 classes as opposed to $120.
Wow.
So that's something that we're doing for the month of January, and we want to start creating that, that community and that community bond more than anything, and then hold each other accountable as we're going at it.
That is a great price. If you think about that, you've got 10 classes you're getting for the price of 5.
Yes.
It's making you accountable because you're paying for it. And it's like, okay, I'm going to attend these. I'm going to make sure that I get my money's worth and really make a difference. You know what I noticed? Again, it's only 7 days, so I don't want to be like I'm some yogi here that's learned everything. But after 7 days, I can't tell you how different my body feels, like stretching, picking things up where I used to like sound like a glow stick. It would just pop and crack. It feels good.
Yeah.
And it motivates you to want to stick with it, you know?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. And Krystal, watch when you're on day 30. You're going to feel great, and you're more great, and you're going to want to just keep going. And at the end of the day, you're going to have those days where you're obviously not going to feel motivated, but that's where discipline comes in.
Oh, I totally agree. Wow. Well, again, let's show that offer one more time. This is what Fit Tucson is offering here for the new year. If you want to be able to jump in and secure this deal, highly recommend that you do 10 classes for the price of 5. It's regularly $120. Limited offer right now. You can get it for $60. Don't wait though. Don't say, I'll do this in February after I get my stimulus money. No, try and secure this now because you want to make sure you are so set up for the new year. Oh man, Olivia, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, girls, so much for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. And of course, if you want more info, you can always check them out. She is on Instagram. You can find her right now. Olivia, thank you again for coming on Candidly Krystal. And the next time, maybe we'll do a live workout video with you.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, ladies. Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you. All right. That was Olivia from Fit Tucson. Get more details. Again, you can find her on Instagram. And if you ever have questions about guests that we welcome on, you can send us an email to candidlykrystal@gmail.com. So glad she can make it on. You've got a fit routine. I swear, ever since I met Krystal, she has got this. We should celebrate that.
I was preemptively celebrating.
You said it again.
I
need
do.
A refill.
I try to do something every day, and yoga has been really, really helpful over the years. You know, just to be limber and to be able to move and to be able to move in the ways that I want to move. So yeah, I try to do something every day, but I'm always like, it's hard for me. People think, oh, you must love working out. I don't. I work out so that I can still fit into all my gowns, that I built this entire wing on the house to have my gowns. So
and for that we celebrate.
And for that we celebrate because the gowns are fabulous. Well, we are so privileged to be welcoming these next guests to the show. We have Celeste Lupu and Joey Rogers from Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. This dance company is right here in Southern Arizona on the south side of Tucson, and they use ballet to teach discipline and break down cultural barriers. And here's a video to tell us more about the wonderful things that their organization brings to our community.
We use the power of dance to transform lives.
We serve all students from 3 to 103, including children with incarcerated parents and with serious physical or developmental difficulties.
Ballet is a beautiful form of art, but it's also a discipline. Our students learn life skills and break down cultural barriers.
Our students discover they can do more than they ever thought possible, not just during rehearsals, recitals, and shows, but in school, in their families, and in our community.
So happy to have you here with us tonight. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. All right.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome to the show. We're so glad you guys are here. That video is amazing. Kind of gives us like a brief idea into what you guys are. We've been going through some of these photos and videos of Dancing in the Streets AZ. And honestly, it's really, really inspiring to see the story. Tell us a little bit about how your organization got started and how long you guys have been in Tucson.
Go ahead, Celeste. Take it
Well,
away.
first of all, I want to give credit to the photos and the videos to Scott Krystal and Anna Krystal of Creatista. Scott unfortunately passed away December 1st.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we were extremely blessed to have his artwork, and they are amazing people.
He was a true artist in Tucson as a photography. So
please visit Creatista and support Anna, his wife. So I just wanted to give that shout out. Well, we met at ballet school as teenagers, and we're from Tucson, Arizona.
From Tucson.
And you know, we went off and had our careers and reconnected again in 97
something,
and yeah,
she left me.
No, he left me first.
She left me.
She
left me first.
No.
That's fantastic.
So we went back to Tucson like 2007. My father was ill, and
my dad was ill.
So we moved back for
caretaking.
And opened Dancing in the Streets in 2008 with money we received from our wedding
gift. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I saw that on your website, and I love that so much that you took the gifts that everybody brought for your wedding and you put it right back into yourselves and right back into the community. I mean, that is a true giving heart and a true caring heart for the youth in our community. And I love what you guys are doing. I had the opportunity over the last few days to really look into it and to see what you're doing and the difference that you're making in the community. And it's astounding. I love it. I love it so much. I'm grateful that you are doing this.
Well, thank you. It's been 13 years and of educating a population that's just never had an opportunity. You know, usually, you know, when we get, you know, the saying that, oh, I wish I could have done ballet, it's so expensive, or I'm too heavy set to do it, you know, or I'm the wrong color to do it. You know, just a bunch of
almost every parent that walks in the door, fill in the blank. I always wanted to dance when I was a child, but we didn't have the money. I was too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny. You plug in whatever adjective. It's like, well, who told you all those things? Well, nobody.
Nobody. So it was just you know, because ballet, the word ballet is so intimidating to a lot of people. It really is.
It is for me. As an adult, I don't know, like 6 years ago, and people like look at me and think, you move well. Not that great. So it really doesn't matter what you look like. You know, it depends on the training and the work that you put into it. And as you were saying, you guys take students of all physical shapes, sizes, income levels, skill levels. You work with students of incarcerated parents as well as children with physical disabilities. Now, with each student being at a different skill level, it seems like it might be hard to try and educate all of them at the same time. How do you go about that? How do you navigate that?
Wow.
There's no real formula for it. It basically is that, you know, we do have kids based on age and ability. Different things should be introduced physically to kids. And we kind of teach class combined, you know, here's for the advanced kids, you do this. For beginning kids, do this. For intermediate kids, I want you to do this. It is really challenging. And I don't know too many schools that do that.
Our school usually, because when you teach ballet with fear. You know, scare there's crap out of the kid, you know, because that teacher is authoritarian. Well, we totally flip it. We have laughter.
No, that's you. I'm
we have joking around. I mean, I'll be teaching in the class, and the parents will be sitting in the lobby. So they'll be sitting in the lobby, but they'll be hearing screaming, laughing, right? and the kids will run out, and I hear one of the parents. I hear the parents, and the parents said, "What you learning there?" "Oh, mommy, I learned plies. I learned tendus. I learned this. I learned that." And the parents like, with all that chaos going on, it sounds like chaos, but it's a formula that Celeste and I has used for Dance the Street to reach these vulnerable kids, you know, the ones that don't gravitate to discipline.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
A majority of our students have what's now known as trauma brain.
Yeah,
that seems to be the code word. So when you're dealing with kids that have severe trauma or income issues, you kind of have to approach discipline differently.
Way differently.
Yeah. And you have to sort of evaluate when a child is that vulnerable and that much trauma in their brain, and their brain is still developing. Ballet is so difficult, so concentrated. You kind of have to say baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Also, this generation that we have, they're so used to everything being instant. Oh, I look it up on YouTube and I do it instantly.
Right, instant gratification. And when they come to me in ballet, because the first thing I tell them, you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel like an idiot. I didn't call you one. I didn't call you one. You're gonna feel like one. You know, when I throw out words at you, you're gonna see all the kids doing all this stuff. So I warn them in the beginning, you know, and once they get a taste of that, they usually stick around.
When they see that it's okay to make mistakes, and the mistakes is just that. They haven't learned how to do it yet. It doesn't mean that they are a mistake or that there's something wrong with them.
Right.
I think that's a huge lesson to be learned about taking criticism.
Right.
Criticism is part of ballet. You cannot learn ballet without being critiqued.
Yeah.
And a critique has to be given in a way that says, I'm helping you make your technique better. You as a person are wonderful.
Right.
Yeah. So you have to let them know to not absorb it.
To not absorb it the wrong way.
And that in itself is a lesson in life.
Right.
They just don't know how to do it. Saying no, you know, to kids. Just ballet translates into everyday life and with the parents too, because a lot of parents don't have a concept of self-discipline either. So, you know, just saying that showing up is not enough.
It's a learning curve for everybody. If you're just tuning in to Candidly Krystal, we have Joey and Celeste here from Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. I heard that you guys actually received a very generous donation a couple of weeks ago. Can you guys tell us about that donation? Who made it? How do you plan on using it? Tell us more. Yes, we see the picture. Tell us more.
Yeah, this picture is the couple that gave us this wonderful gift.
And we have it here too for you. There they are.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So Robert and Wanda Stoffager, there's a whole circle of acquaintances. Robert worked with my mother at Pima Council on Aging and had a huge relationship with her. My mother, Marion Lupa, was our founding board president. Now they had 3 children.
Right. And I danced with the youngest children. We both did. The youngest one, and
after my mother passed away, the middle one, Pam, worked with us as well.
Right. It's like a Tucson. It's a Tucson circle.
It's a Tucson thing, yeah.
It's a Tucson thing. Growing up with dance and people with artistry and stuff. So, but I never knew the parents. So I never knew them. I just knew the daughter. I knew their younger daughter. So it was wonderful that when they say, hey, we want to
the kids told us, hey, we want to meet you at the studio. We thought we
want to give you some Christmas presents. So we're like, okay. We made that down at the studio, and the oldest daughter hands Celeste a bag, and she says, oh, there's something substantial in there. Now, here it is. Now, here it is, you guys. When I've been dealing with substantial with Dancing in the Street, substantial to me that we've been dealing with is like $1,000, $2,000, which is really big for us. But that's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, okay, go ahead, Celeste, you open it. That's what I'm thinking. And Celeste, go ahead. You thought it was a mistake.
So I opened up the envelope and I see 50, comma, and right away I'm thinking, oh, that's a typo. You know, oh my goodness,
it's a typo.
I start reading 50,000, and that was it. I lost it.
Yeah.
So
$50,000.
The parents had passed away, and they had left instructions to kids to say, we still want to contribute to our community. I mean, they were very giving people.
Yes.
Many other organizations got huge donations too. And, you know, especially in this pandemic, we have really struggled. We didn't get any CARES Act money.
Right.
We didn't get any PPP money.
So on that, hey, on both, Krystal, can we celebrate?
We can celebrate. Yes, we can. Well, I'm so glad that money came right at the right time. What a blessing that is.
Yes,
totally.
It did. Because there was just a point that we were thinking that we didn't know if we were going to open or not. We just didn't know. You know, it was just,
that's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Well, the thing about it is our kids, they were the ones that don't have reliable internet. If they had a device, it was one for the whole family. So Zoom classes just weren't an option for our students.
Yeah.
And if we go out, there's no other studio that they can be absorbed by.
Right.
They just have lost opportunities.
Yeah, a lot of our kids are on the reservation, and they got locked down. They got locked down by the res. So they're dying. They want to come back and dance, but the reservation won't allow them to leave.
Oh, they're still on lockdown right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Well,
but you are offering some classes right now, right? Is it virtual and in person, or is it?
Well, no, not at the moment right now. We're going to restart that.
Something.
We just finished our session up in December, and that started in August. Normally, we would have done a Nutcracker.
Yeah, normally this time you would be not talking to us. We'd be like in Nutcracker mode right now. So absolutely, absolutely. That's
a Scott Krystal photo.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's flowers right there. So absolutely. So
those are beautiful.
We're in Nutcracker mode. We have an orchestra with our Nutcracker too. You want to explain to them Civic Orchestra?
So here's another Tucson connection.
Right.
Civic Orchestra of Tucson is an all-volunteer, multi-generational orchestra. There's retired symphony players alongside with high school students. And when I graduated high school and went on to college, there wasn't an orchestra at Pima. I started at U of A, went to Pima. Pima didn't have anything. I wanted to continue playing, and there was this newspaper called the Dandy Dine.
Dandy Dine.
I said, come to this orchestra, and you have to sight read. I was terrified. My father, who played violin, who hadn't touched his violin since World War II, he had been shot with shrapnel in his finger, said, if I'll pick up my violin, let's go together. So we went, and we had about a year and a half, 2 years together in Civic Orchestra. And I went on with my life, and my father stayed with Civic Orchestra practically until he died.
Right.
And he was a board member. He started their many things with them. And so
when Celeste got married, we got married. I approached the guy at the time. I said, hey, you guys can play a Nutcracker? They were like, yeah, sure. So they've been volunteering for dance past 10 years.
It's got to be 10 years.
At least over 10 years. You know, so which is a great thing, because a lot of our kids and parents never seen a live orchestra. So it's just truly amazing, you know.
Plus, the orchestra tells us how much fun it is for them as well. You know, they don't get to do Nutcrackers anymore. Like I said, a lot of them are retired musicians, so it's just something joyful.
Right.
And
you know, spreading the love, sharing
exactly.
the love.
Absolutely. It's a community show, you know, with a lot of community people.
And another way to start a partnership.
Right. And as if you guys don't have enough on your plate, I hear you guys are starting a new venture. Why don't you guys tell us about this? You're going to help people understand a little bit better what you do. You have a new relationship with Curb Radio.
Well, yes, we were approached by this guy named Larry Watkins, and he owns Curb Radio. He says, hey, Joey, why don't you and Celeste and do a show? I was like, a show? I was like, a show of what? He said, oh, you just go on. You can talk about arts and culture. I heard about your stories. I was like, oh, no, let me talk to Celeste about it. Right. And
Thank you,
Celeste.
Dawn.
Well, whenever we just sit around talking and we're talking to friends and stuff, they always are like, wow, your banter is just so amazing. You can listen to it forever.
Right.
We approach
Let's celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrating with
Lots
what is
to
that, Joey?
celebrate. We got double time now.
There you go.
So we decided to enter into podcasting, and for a number of reasons. It's called Ear Boogie. So we're going to be bantering about our life story, which is just incredible. Joey's stories alone will just keep you, they're a novel already. And arts and culture. We've been finding that there's so many people that are afraid of ballet, afraid of arts, afraid to try. And we really wanted to kind of help educate people on the importance of arts, the economic importance of arts.
Yeah.
Especially during this pandemic, one thing people have been noticing is that creative side has been keeping them going. That creative side doesn't just happen. It has to be cultivated.
Right.
So I like to tell everybody, Albert Einstein, he used mathematics as his tool, but he had to have imagination to be able to think about solving that problem.
Yes.
So ballet and all performing arts is something that enhances that capacity and creates a great workforce. So we want to advocate, educate, and entertain.
Yeah.
I love
it.
We'll
So
definitely
wow.
entertain with that, because next year, weed is legal, so we'll definitely entertain.
Celebrate!
Celebrate!
I wasn't ready.
Always got to be ready, Krystal. Always got to be.
You can expect that on your broadcast, Ear Boogie on Curb Radio. Cannot wait to hear that. Joy and Celeste, thank you so much for coming onto our show. Thank you for everything you do day in and day out.
Thank you both. Yeah, thank you. This was really fun.
Yeah, and we'd love to have you back sometime. Maybe there's some way that we can do a little live performance of a little dance, and we can help you promote an upcoming show that you have coming for your theater, whatever. We would love to help you out in any way that we can. Oh, look. Yay 207. Prop 207.
Somebody said, yeah, let's celebrate.
I moved here from Colorado, so I'm saying welcome to 2021, Arizona. Just saying with 207. Okay.
The best word to describe 2020, craptastic.
Yes. Oh, geez,
Craptastic. Oh, I love it.
Let's celebrate 2021.
Oh, celebrate.
Well, for more information for our viewers, you can find out more about Celeste and Joey at dancinginthe.streetsarizona.org. That's DITSAZ.org. If you want to talk to them directly, you can email them at info@ditSAZ.org. Again, that's Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them online. Joey and Celeste, thank you for what you do. You're amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We hope you have a wonderful time celebrating.
And happy New Year to both of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everyone. Happy New Year, you guys. Have a wonderful
Happy New Year, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they're so sweet. Oh,
they gave us lots to celebrate, don't you think?
Oh, yes, so much to celebrate. I just love what they're doing.
I do too. It's so important. I think people, especially for those who had people who were incarcerated, it's so important that we really nurture those kids and take them in and say, we want to help you. So I love what they're doing too. So great guests. Thank you for inviting them. I keep meeting all these new organizations that I'm like, I love this.
And I knew about their organization over the years, but I didn't quite know exactly what they did specifically and what was their niche. So, I just was like, wow, it blew my mind. So So Joey and Celeste, if you ever need my help in any way, let me know, because I think what you're doing is fantastic.
Me too. Yeah. If you are just tuning into Candidly Krystal, we've had our two amazing guests. We've had Olivia from Fit Tucson. We just welcomed Joey and Celeste from Dancing in the Streets, Arizona. We've had chaos this whole show. I think it's time that we wind down. What do you say? Yeah.
I'm not singing. I'm looking. I missed this one from Tony.
Yeah, that's why I threw up. Happy New Year, Tony. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
2021. Okay, so I have to bring all of this stuff because you and I were talking about Christmas and gifts, and it was only for the kids this year. 12% of adults have sold an unwanted gift online. Have you ever sold one of your unwanted gifts? You can be honest. This is a very safe space here.
We are in a safe bubble. I have not sold one online. I mean, I haven't gotten anything that would warrant being sold online. I'm real straight up about it. I'm like, hey, I got this gift. I don't want it. Do you want it? I just tell people straight up because why beat around the bush? You know?
Yeah.
What about you? Have you sold something online?
I've never sold a gift I received online. I have regifted stuff. So we're not alone, though. 36% of adults have actually regifted something. And I'll tell you one specific time, and I don't know if my mom's on right now or my aunt, but they both got me the same perfume. And the only reason they bought it for me was because it was called Krystal and it was spelled with a K. It smelled terrible. It was one of the worst smelling perfume. It just smelled like old, pompous, rich lady that I can't afford to hang out with. She has her little lap dog, and I ended up regifting it to someone else. Yeah, exactly. Get over here with my martini. That kind of.
I'm waiting. Scents and perfumes are so personal. I feel like you really have to know what the person wants. Like they have to pick. You can't pick a scent for somebody. You can't. Not for another female. I feel like as like wives, we can pick a scent for our guy because we know our guy and we know what we want them to smell like. But picking for another female is really, really tricky.
Yes. So I have it easy. My husband doesn't wear any cologne whatsoever. He obviously does, his morning routine, deodorant, all that stuff, but he doesn't wear any cologne. I come from a family of brothers and a dad who loved cologne.
Oh.
But the fun fact about this is my dad has never worn deodorant a day in his life, ever. And my dad is one of the most best smelling men that I've ever been around. And I, not to brag or anything, everybody, I might put this on my resume. I don't wear deodorant ever really, unless I know I have to work out, have a high sweating workout. Otherwise, I don't I haven't worn deodorant in probably a month. I don't think so. I think I'd be single if I did. I'm still happily married.
Girl, if I don't put deodorant on, immediately when I wake up, it's oh God, I just reek. That's impressive to me. But I will say that my feet don't sweat. I don't have stinky feet. I've never had stinky feet. I can wear shoes without socks and my feet they don't smell. But my armpits,
only time I get stinky feet is if I wear shoes that you should be wearing socks with. I had these really cool house shoes that I used to wear all the time that I literally just had to throw away. And I've had them since, I kid you not, college. So early 2000s. I wore those forever. And that was the only time when I didn't wear socks with them. And I know people are probably thank God this isn't scratch and sniff, right? People aren't oh, what does it smell like? But I'm kind of the same way as that. I do have a funny toe though. And I should probably just make everybody aware of that. I do have this kind of funky toe on one. So I don't wear deodorant. That's a plus.
Which toe?
But I have a weird toe. It's my right foot. It's the middle one on my right foot.
Oh, the middle.
The middle one on my right foot.
Is it longer than the rest of the toes?
No, kind of looks, so if this is my big toe, right? And that's
Yeah.
the next one. It sits like that a little bit.
Underneath.
And my
So
aunt
it's
used
like
to joke
you're-
and say I could join the circus and put a pea on it and pop it up and catch it with my mouth.
Who is this aunt? I need to meet her immediately. That's fantastic. You know what I used to do? I used to take that exact toe, and if I had a shoe that had a low enough, like it would show my toe cleavage. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is my foot. This is my toe cleavage.
Yes.
And I would pop that one toe up out and put it on the top of my shoe. And we'd be in church, and if my mom was watching, she'll know. I had these one shoes. I would pop that one toe up, and I would just put it on the pew during the sermon. Wait till she saw it. She'd be like, put that away. Put that away. Nobody wants to see that.
See, our parents were telling us to put our toes away for different reasons. Mine was because I was shaming them. Yours was because you're messing around in church.
There it is. I've scarred my mom for life with this. I just pull it out. I pop it out at the best times. Boom.
Oh my. Well, you found out some fun facts about us tonight. You found out Krystal used to have some major toe cleavage. I don't wear deodorant. See, the more you know with Candidly Krystal.
That's why we're here, to educate.
What we're doing this show for, I got to be honest with you, what we're doing this show for is in hopes that eventually someday we can afford these. These are brand new gold AirPods from the Russian luxury brand Caviar. They're solid gold. That is all real right there. Yes, you would chip your tooth if you tried to buy it. And they're covered in crocodile leather. If you could take a guess, Krystal, how much do you think these sold for? If that's solid gold and crocodile leather, how much do you think those go for?
Well, now that I know they're solid gold, before when I thought they were fake gold, I'd say 200 and fake crocodile. But now with real gold, I mean, if that's solid, that's like a gold bar,
right?
Together. And I would think that a gold bar, I don't know how much gold is going for. I feel like I'm going to sound stupid, but maybe like 30 grand.
Try $108,000. Yes, 6 digits, $108,000. That's what it's going to cost you to purchase these. And then it's going to cost you another $100,000 to hire a lawyer because you got jacked walking down the streets wearing these and you're pressing charges.
Don't wear those. Because I might snatch them off your head and run away if I know
I don't
that
even
it's
think they're that cute. Like if I'm paying you $100,000 for earphones, you better make my head look smaller.
Exactly. I would want just full on crystals or diamonds. I want it to be sparkly, not this solid gold.
Can you have some hair extensions on it too? Maybe like pop it on and make my hair look fuller.
Yes. Why don't you just like have its own earrings attached to the bottom that just come off? So it just looks
my
like
gosh. That would be like chandeliers. You wear regular studs and it's chandeliers.
Honestly. Yes. No, sing my Tia, and I'll wear my headphones and I'll be fabulous.
Look, I love this. No gold. You're right. No. You're right.
Yeah. And they have to be heavy.
Totally. Very heavy. So you're going to get a headache.
Bar one time in China. When we were in China, we were in the airport and they just had gold bars in the airport. And I was like, hey, can I hold one? And the girl gave it to me. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's really, really heavy. So I would just feel like you'd be like, if you're like trying to run in those headphones, all of a sudden you're like, leaving this, like you can't keep your head up.
See, they know. I'm from Commerce City. They know not to put me around anything that's worth more than like 15 grand. Like, somebody got sticky fingers. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually steal it in front of you.
You know about.
So we were actually, before we close out the show, we were actually going to talk about this in Candid Katch-Up, but we were laughing about this picture, which if you missed it, I am so sorry. Krystal's guinea pig, she got a new one. They've been fighting, and this is what came into my head when she told me about it.
And this is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. It's just like There's like bedding going everywhere, hay going everywhere. The house is like, and it's like really fast when they go for it. And then when they're not fighting, they're flinging their pee at each other. They're like turning around, they go, whoosh, and they fling them. And I'm like, wow, didn't know that was a thing.
I usually just take my earrings off and get ready, put my hair up maybe, but they're going that extra mile.
They're flinging the pee. Mm-hmm. Now we know. Who knew? Now
I know. Gosh. So we obviously were talking about that at the beginning of the show and we got a little caught up, but I wanted to talk about 2021. I know a lot of bad things happened for a lot of people, myself included, with my career and just chaos. I just feel 2020 has been such a blur, but instead of us focusing on the bad things, why didn't we focus on things we can celebrate?
Oh, I almost picked this cup up, but now I'm gonna pick this cup up.
Yes. So if you can think of anything from 2020 to celebrate, Krystal, what would you say? And I want to know from in the comments. If you have something you've celebrated in 2020, please put it in the comments, whether it's, I don't know, a birthday, a promotion, a raise, or whatever it is. I want to share your good news going into 2021. So, Krystal, what do you think?
Well, for me, it is getting married.
Yes!
I just posted all of my favorite wedding photos today. And so
I love that one. Thank
you.
Gorgeous.
That's my profile pic right now. And so I just was going through all of these and going, man, and my actual what I wrote on the post was 2020 wasn't all bad because we got married in 2020.
Yes.
So that was my thing that was good. That was my good thing in 2020, my highlights. What about you?
I love that. Oh man. Well, besides getting to spend more time with my kids, which I literally have been praying about for years, like, please God, they're growing so fast. Let me get time. God's like, oh, you want more time? Here's 2020. So besides getting that, because exactly, I'm very grateful for that. I would say this new job that I just started, I'm very excited about that. Yes, I'm still on Groove. You can still hear me on your radio, but a new venture. And this show. We started this show in 2020. Our first episode was October 8th. We did a dry run the week before just on Twitch, and I was in my closet. Like, it was a hot mess. I was worried to begin with because I didn't even have a quality setup. But here we are, episode 14. Did we say it was 14? And we continue to highlight small businesses that we absolutely love and bring friends and community on. So for me, that's probably one of my biggest ones. And not to brag or, toot our own horn, but Krystal and I do this all by ourselves. We create all the graphics. We create all the joy and happiness. Yes, that is a creation of ours. We do the job of about 7 or 8 people, but it's ours and we love it. And we honestly are so grateful for everybody that tunes in every single week and comments and interacts and you make us laugh. You make us look forward to this because every other day besides the day the show is usually on, we're like, what do we got to do? What else has to be done? What else? We got to book someone. It's chaotic and it's crazy. And then when we actually hit that go live button, we remember why we do it.
And then we drink our wine and
celebrate
we celebrate together.
Double time. I'm just going to finish. I know that's not proper. I'll put my pinky up.
Yes. Put it way up. There you go. Mm-hmm.
We love you guys.
We do love you guys. And if you know somebody that should be on the show, please email us at candidlykrystal@gmail.com. It's on our screen right now because we know the people that we know. We don't know the people that we don't know. We need you to help us get connected to the people that should be on the show and that want to wind down with us and have a good time and promote their small business or whatever they are doing, whatever organization they're with right now. That is important to our community. It's important to us, and we would love to know more about them. So help us, help them.
Please. Yes. Nonprofits, small businesses, somebody who, I think a lot of people, if you haven't noticed, we've had a lot of people who just started businesses come on this show. Let this be sort of your launching pad. We would love to have you on and talk because we know so many people who have businesses are struggling. If we can help in any way, just by getting the word out about your shopping link or whatever it is, let us know.
Yeah,
candidlykrystal@gmail.com. Our next show will be in 2021. Can you believe it?
No, no, I really can't. And I am excited. I feel like the winds of change are blowing and it's going to be in a positive direction. And I cannot wait. And we have some great things in store for 2021 ideas that we've been kicking around. So it's going to be, fingers crossed, a good year.
Yes, fingers crossed for sure. I mean, honestly, 2020 was like rock bottom for everybody, so we can only go up. I got that 600 stimulus check coming. I don't know.
We gonna have to do a little stimulus party.
Right?
Yes, and it's just gonna consist of wine and guacamole.
I'm down. I'm so down. You guys are gonna come to a shot of me, and my whole face is gonna be in the guac. Like, you need
like an ostrich, just go ahead.
Is this extra? So thank you again to every Candidly Krystal viewer that has tuned in from day one, episode 1. We appreciate you. For anybody that's joined in along the way, maybe caught up, we appreciate you too. And we want to hear from you. If you have a small business or an organization, maybe it's your own, send us an email, candidlykrystal@gmail.com. Or if you want to be on the Kiki Corner where we spill some tea and we have some fun, use that same email. But I think I speak for Krystal and myself. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Mask up. Be blessed. Prosperous. Celebrate.
Celebrations.
And Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you next year.
We'll see you next year on Thursday on our regular scheduled time next week. Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in 2021. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.